You guys, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but when you're like medium fat and you go to the grocery store, people immediately have to look at your cart to see what value judgment they should make about you. You know? It's like if they see kale, they'll be like, all right, you're fine. I can treat you like a human being. But if they see ice cream, they're like, oh, fuck you, you fat bitch. You're not even trying. I don't know, maybe it was my fault because I took acid the night before I went to the grocery store. For the record, would not recommend it. Too many colors. Next thing you know, you're gonna be coming home with 15 cases of Fanta because you were just really feeling orange. So, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not a big fan of the Cleveland Guardians name change. Right? Like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, the Cleveland Indians, they changed their name to the Cleveland Guardians, and that comes after, like, the Greek statues outside of the stadium. That's still stealing from another culture. You still didn't get the assignment right. Like, obviously, the Cleveland Indians had to go, right? Like, we didn't let the actual Indians stay. We couldn't let the Cleveland Indians stay. It doesn't make any sense. But I think we could have followed that trajectory of history and called them the Cleveland colonizers, you know? It goes with that whole alliteration thing you got going on with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Change them all to K's and we really got something going there, you know? So I'm still very insecure about the way I look. I know I currently look like the cult leader that white women cheat on their husbands with. Or the LGBTQ representative of Al-Qaeda. But no, like, I don't know, man, yeah, I was the fat Indian kid growing up, you know, and like that's not your stereotype, right? Like, so when you're the fat Indian kid, all the fat, ugly jokes get directed towards you. Like, I remember one time the subject of prom came up, and my mom was just like, well, you're not gonna go to prom, right? I was like, well, why wouldn't I go to prom? And she said, well, why would anyone go with you? That was my mom, right? Like, how do you come back from being burned by your own mom like that? But like, the one thing I kind of thought, like in my college years and early 20s, I dated a lot of black women, so I thought, okay, black women are really into me. But then I watched Chris Rock's Good Hair, and I learned that the most expensive weaves are actually made from Indian hair. So now I'm just like, fuck. Maybe they were trying to get a free weave out of that shit. That's why they were teaching me about leave-in conditioner. Oh man. You guys, I should wrap it up here soon and get back to door dashing. But they didn't tip me that well, so I'll tell you one more before I head out. I had an interesting experience recently. I want to run it by you guys. I want to know what you think, all right? So I started to go down on this woman. I know, great place to start a story. But I started to go down on this woman, and she was like, hey, can you bite it? Right? Like, I didn't know what to say to that. Like, we've all heard of eating pussy, but have you ever been asked to eat the pussy? But I just didn't know what to do but be like a vegetarian vampire and bite the pussy. You know? Which, for the record, I think we need a redemption story about vegetarian vampires. Like, I don't know if you guys know, in Twilight, they called themselves vegetarian vampires because they killed and drank the blood of animals. That's not being a vegetarian. No. If you want to be a vegetarian vampire, you gotta drink human blood without killing the human. So what they should have done is gone down on women on their periods. It would have solved their whole problem, you guys. All right? And listen, they're on a strictly liquid diet. At least this way you get a little bit of soupy action, you get some chunks in there. It's my favorite part because I get to see all the dudes be like, what the fuck do you mean chunks? All right, you guys, that's been my time. I've been Pinak, Patel. Good enough for nice Vicky Winkleman.